I remember somebody saying when I was learning about American history, whether it's in like high school or college, that like the president, whether it's Democratic or Republican, doesn't matter. Like it's just like a puppet piece that just changes color, like attire, and then the real, who really runs the country is the same organization, like every year throughout, however long it's happened. I think what happened was the entertainment industry justified just acquiring money at any expense, like all expenses, including spirituality, like in the fear of war, like because of World War II, they use that fear to drive the importance of financial dependence or reliance or funding, just to be safe from war, but at the expense of religion and spirituality and people's souls. So every year since probably World War II, we just have the same organization running the country. The American Royal Dictatorship is what I call it. And then whoever wins the presidency, it's just a show. It's like professional sports in this country. It's just a show they put on, a puppet show. Say, oh, red, we got a red puppet for 4 years. We got a blue puppet for 4 years. We got a red puppet for 4 years. We got a blue puppet for 4 years. I mean, if money is power in theory, then whoever makes the most money in this country, unless it's regulated accordingly and efficiently and effectively, would eventually run the country. And it's the entertainers, the people who get paid to pretend to be things that they're not, have become, in their own delusional heads, royalty. And, tied into the fact that them traveling and visiting other countries, they probably got jealous of what royalty in other countries can do. And this organization is just held strong, seems to be tied to satanic rituals and a means of acquiring financial security at any expense, including their souls. And now this organization, although it has been brought to the American attention in 2024, the American Royal Dictatorship has basically, become the forefront of American media. Whether you like to admit it or not, it's pretty obvious. But that's our government. We have the American Royal Dictatorship that's probably been running this country since World War II ended. And that's the idea of fake terrorism. That's probably where it came from. People were afraid of us getting taken over and losing in war. So how do you provide military, weapons and security? Finances, money. What was the number one financial industry in this country at the time? When Shirley Temple was popular and things like that, is the American entertainment industry. Especially when all those things happen at once. And because of the driving factor, you have a driving power in satanic rituals, which apparently seem to be tied to this American Royal Dictatorship, justifying, at all expense, financial importance. And they didn't plan ahead and account for changing, industries of the future, because they're not very smart as it is. They already sold their souls. Me being who I am and paying attention to the internet and utilizing my skills over the course of the internet, I was able to, because these people thought I was somebody I wasn't, and they didn't really know how to one, seduce me, easily, beautiful, you could have easily seduced me with women. fucking failed at that miserably. Yeah, and like now, playing this game on social media for 3 years, where the other end pulling the strings has been this American Royal Dictatorship, flaunting their power, doing things to me, trying to embarrass me, and clearly like that emphasis on embarrassment, where that was over the last 2 or 3 years, like what celebrities did that, seems pretty obvious to me that they're heavily fucking have their dicks in this American Royal Dictatorship. They sold their souls. They're basically just walking demons, and that's what walking demons do, is they try to add insult to injury and think that they're like funny and smart, just annoying and stupid in reality. And here we are. We're facing this American Royal Dictatorship, clearly funded by Fox News. Me parking across the street from a business, trying to expose that. I could do a lot of different things. I could roll my car literally down to the next business that doesn't give a shit that I parked across the street from them, because they're not Satanists or fucking demonic fucking worshippers, which I'm pretty sure the people who run the business across from me are Satanists and demonic worshippers, because they work every fucking day of the week now, including Memorial Day. They can't be too great of people if they work on Memorial Day, right? But yeah, so I can do a lot of things simply when I get paid. If me parked across the street from a satanic business is such a big deal, it has to be fucking exposed by Fox News, who is also funded by this satanic American Royal Dictatorship. It's just what will the American people allow the government to do? That is my question at this point. What will you as citizens allow your government to get away with? And allow entertainers who you fucking still, support, watch their movies, and clearly they're just criminals backed by the government. Essentially, you're mercenaries, but you're not mercenaries. You're just fucking baby-like criminals who have the support of your government, who is an American Royal Dictatorship. What has to happen for citizens to I get it, it's not your business, it's not your money, you don't give a shit. It's my business, my money, I give a shit. At the same time, I didn't really want to make, my goal wasn't to start a business and make millions of dollars. That wasn't my goal. My goal was to make enough passive income, which I learned really wasn't that much money, probably at a minimum $1,000 a month to $1,500 a month in today's world. I could be as happy as could be. With the right living situation, with the right either apartment or travel van setup and a dog, that I really didn't need much. And that's the funny thing is they couldn't just let me make a little bit of money. They couldn't just let me make $1,000 a month, which I probably earned back in 2021. I wouldn't even have noticed. I wouldn't even care. I'd just be happy as a clam, making $1,500 a month, traveling. And probably slowly but surely would have helped the world, but instead, it prevented me from making any money. And now, I've become as fucking popular and famous as I am. I walk around almost any state in this country and people recognize me. And what that means, what I should have been paid, that's what you've done to yourselves. I never even would have cared to make that much, but you have made me famous. You have made me, put the attention on me because you generated revenue from it, which was my revenue. And now, it's a matter of me figuring out how am I going to get my money from you. It's not a matter of how, it's just a matter of when.